Hello, and welcome back to Seasonalander Summer 2024. A bit of a change up for the casters. So goodbye to Inferno and Slipstream. You're going to be talking to us. I'm Dynam, and with me we've got Araxa today.
Hello.
So we've just finished our two lower brackets of the EU special. Both team 9 ball. The big critters, I believe one of them was, followed up by just all the teams that played earlier today. Played their heart out. I've been watching the stream a lot longer before this section has gone live, and yesterday's segment. We've had a wonderful event so far, and we did manage to hit our goal, but we're not done there yet. We might have hit our goal, but we can always go higher. Remember, we are supporting the Trevor Project this season, Lander, a suicide prevention line for the LGBTQ. Happy Pride Month, everyone. So, Araxa, we are now in the lower bracket finals.
Yeah, this
So,
is gonna be interesting because there has been a lot of competition between both teams on like every single match so far. There has been a lot of back and forth, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they can output in just both defensive and offensive play.
yeah, for a fun tournament that's all about like, oh, fun YouTubers, let's make some money for charity. This has been very competitive. We've had
Yeah,
some like,
there's been a lot of competitive notes that have been applied
yeah.
to this. Like there was the I told you about earlier, the like perfect push on the cough map from I don't remember which team did it, but they had like every single advantage in the book and took it out. I don't know if they won the round, but they definitely put on a show with that
Yeah,
push.
yeah. We're certainly seeing that there's definitely some people who certainly know what they're doing, and it's nice to see that teams are really adapting to the environment. I suppose is the best word to say. But no, it's looking like a really fun event today. Yeah, we're joined now for the lower bracket finals, which will be the Worm Warriors versus 9 ball. 9 ball is a full name for that one. But yes, so we'll be going on the side of 9 ball. Let me just double check my rosters here. Yes, so on one team we have Spiky Mikey, Oris, Piratea, Agrios, Grape, Nighty, Ice Supply, and Farens, followed by Chloe Mew, MDL, Aggro, Cockroach Jones, Eddie the Bear, Mr. Dispenser, Anorak, High GPS, and Popoy. It's going to be a fun game, I think. So, as we are just waiting for people to join the server and get all ready for the event, I suppose we can have a little chat about a couple of the other things that we've got going on today. We will be having, of course, the upper bracket finals after this event. But I think what's most important now is the reason we're all doing this for. And I did mention the Trevor Project earlier, but I do want to reinforce that the amount of people who play TF2 and do have some connection, whether it be themselves or a close friend, that definitely would be a benefactor of this service. It's, I speak as someone personally who grew up in a area that doesn't necessarily support the type of people that I choose to be sometimes. And it's an amazing service because there's people in some terrible, terrible scenarios, and all this money will be aiding, if anything, keeping those people around. It's a wonderful cause. And of course, we do have our sponsor as well, Cash Out TF. So if you want to sell some of your Team Fortress 2 inventories for cash, great news, because all successful cash outs processed through this link during our event, which will be in chat shortly, I assume, will be donating 5% of those proceeds to the Treasure Project. So if you don't necessarily need to donate a full amount or have the money to support the cause at the moment, you can always support by using Cash Out TF, our link that will be in chat ever so shortly. Yep, there it is, sent by Nightbot. So give that a little click, sell your TF2 inventory and items, and you'll be supporting the cause. course, we do have donation links as well, and if you do send a little message, we'll be reading them out on stream. So if you do want to, got any pocket change, send it through, and we'll send a message to everyone. We have hit our goal, but that doesn't mean we can stop supporting. We're all about making sure everyone's accepted in this community. We've got to make sure we, cherish the good parts. As we go on today, just this isn't necessarily related to the event, but I'm noticing that one, two, three, four, five.
Yeah,
Yes, there's 5 spies in warm up. This
just
is
just a few spies walking around.
the French Revolution has begun.
Let's see if we can get aggro and Mr. Dispenser on spy as well to get the full server. But
Oh, another change there. We're nearly all on spy. This is a brilliant warm up. Average night in Birmingham. Happy insomnia, everyone. But yes, we are just waiting now for everyone to hop in the call. Is there any people that we're going to be keeping a close eye on Araxa today? Do you think?
depending on, let me see the roster again. Let's see.
I know who I've got an eye on. Definitely. We both definitely know there's some very high level players in this tournament. People who've been in the comp team for a long time, and it's gonna be very interesting to see which classes really are able to determine the outcome of a game. So, for example, we've got Eye Supply for the Medic of the Worm Warriors. She is not on her main class, which would be Spy, but that certainly doesn't mean that she's got any less knowledge in Highlander. So we've got some interesting there. And of course, we've got Aggro for the Pyro of Nine Ball. Long time caster, long time Highlander player. It's a lot of knowledge in there, and it's going to be really interesting to see how their styles really mess with each other, and we'll see which side has the better leader. Even if it is those two, there's certainly a lot of candidates for who can bring their teams to victory.
Yeah, I have definitely. Coincidentally, I have had Eye Supply sub for my team, so I have seen her in action with the medic plays, and she's pretty confident with it. So I have faith
Absolutely,
that she's
absolutely.
gonna perform really well in this game and potentially the next round.
Yeah, definitely. Turning the clock back to, I believe it was November around of last season, Lander. Eddie the Bear re picking up the role of Heavy. Last season, Lander, I know that he did a very good job on the class there. It was really took most of the Ubers, I want to say, last season, Lander, and it was a very effective strategy. So we might see some prominent heavy action this run.
I am also curious if Spiky Mikey is gonna be the star of the show, like he has been in a bunch of previous events. He could hopefully take the spotlight once again with his scout.
Yeah, definitely. It's for a YouTuber that started as purely for trading. Man's got some skills. How are we feeling in chat today as we wait for our teams? It looks like we are getting people slowly into the server, but all on board for the Spy Fest, by the way. But yeah, how's everyone in chat today? Gonna make sure that we get some hype plays, really spamming the chat when we get some epic trick stabs or an open moment. Both sides of the spectrum, really. Arax should fight a bear with nothing but a broken bottle. Feel like that one's targeted, but I don't know your response to that one.
I mean, I may not be a demo main, but I do play a lot of demo knight, so bottle knight isn't that much of a distinction.
Yeah. No, I might not be a demo main either, but I am an alcoholic, so I have thrown a bottle at someone before.
True.
That's not true. Anyway, but yes, yeah, it's nice to see people in chat coming for the lower bracket finals. Hopefully, we can get a big turnout for the grand finals or upper bracket, whichever we prefer to call it here at Seasonalander. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game as we still stall. This map of Ramjam is a map that some people might recognize. We're having a little chat about it in the little waiting room. well, before we went live, and there's a lot of people that definitely will be looking at this map and thinking, whereabouts? Where is this in my memory? Lazy Purple's heavy video. That's where you've got it from. That's where you've got it in your mind from. At least that's where I got it from.
Yeah, the scene where Heavy to Sandwich in the blue side, where the health pack is, right next to the point. And then there's like a medic Uber sawing him. That's the scene you're thinking of. That's where this map is.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it does remind me a lot of certain Highlander maps like Pro Plant or Warm Tick, where there's some really nice areas to hold as a combo on this map, especially in these little areas, both adjacent to the point. It looks like those areas really want to be locked down, but it's not necessarily easy area to take, in the sense that if an enemy team is on the point, you're just gonna get spammed out in that area. But I cannot imagine it's very fun to push that area when you don't have the point. So it's going to be very interesting to see which teams take a positioning like that, because there is actually no clear route to the point other than the sort of tarmac road that creeps up onto the point there. You really do have to come through a choke or a balcony or the shutter areas. So it's very much a spam heavy map if you don't play it, or if you almost group up a little bit too much, you know? It's I do imagine that heavies are gonna get a lot of heals on this map, because you really are gonna need to force yourself through here. Ubers in particular, I think, are gonna be very important if you're gonna, push a point like this.
I do also think that there's going to be a very scout and soldier oriented map because there is a lot of props. Both of them can jump up on and take a bunch of alternative routes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Due to how the map's set up with the sign, if you were to hold at the sign, for example, or under the ramp, there could be a lot of bombs. Take out any potential nest you could set up there.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I'm not 100% sure the build limits on this map where you can put sentries, but there definitely looks to be some very annoying places if you can get them set up. I'm not sure if the roofs of a point are allowed, but I suppose we'll see as the game goes on.
The main one
And,
I'm thinking is the crate right below the roof and right next to the point. That would be pretty nasty spot, since
oh,
it would
absolutely.
be practically invulnerable to stickies at that position.
Two areas I do want to take a quick look at. You might be able to see it in the little preamble here, but there's actually two areas just above the point. Uh, that actually have a little cover on them. It's above the point and above that little shutter on your left and right. There looks to be a little area where you can hide up there, maybe
Yeah,
as
a
a
little
soldier or a
cubby.
demo. Yeah, it's there's a couple on the map, but the fact that it's just above the point, just to the left of the point, is very interesting. I haven't really seen a map like that that tries to add those hiding spots. But
Depending on how the maps was set up, if a team wipes, they could potentially get a sentry up there. That would be
that
pretty interesting.
that would be risky, but I would love to see it. And I do know that there are some engineers in this tournament that have tasted the special sauce, if you know what I mean. And by
Yeah,
that I mean Wrangler jumping and just praying. We have some interesting weapon choices in the pre-game, but I don't know if they'll carry on through. Mainly bow snipers on the classic. I do know one person. Everyone knows this one person who will definitely be fully running the classic for when they appear, but we'll talk about that person when we get to their game. But it is quite fun to see everyone just sort of playing around. We do have 9 players on the side of, I believe, the side of. Let me just double check. 9 ball, I believe, is the team that are currently in. Just waiting for the rest of the worms to assemble. God, that's a wonderful way of phrasing that. Just waiting for the worms.
yeah, the worms.
Yes, so it's gonna be nice to see when we get there. We've got 7 in the moment, but we'll should be starting at some point. You know, anyone who's played competitive knows that when you say a game starts at this time, it's 10 minutes after.
Maybe even 20.
True.
Potentially half an hour, depending on who shows up at one time.
True.
I've had a lot of those moments where I've gone to eat dinner and expecting it to be like a 10-minute break, and I'm there for half an hour because it takes 5 years to cook a sandwich or something.
an odd weapon choice that I have seen a lot in this tournament, and I don't know if you've picked up on it. The amount of red tape recorders.
Yeah, I think Raw got nerfed yesterday. He was forced onto a red tape and the Spicicle because he was strange farming the entire enemy team.
Oh no. Well, at the end of the day, it's nice that we can take those sort of nerfs to the character because then that just means that hey, we're all here for fun. We're
Yeah,
not just here to try hard. This ain't LAN. But you know, it's nice that we got that positivity and the energy that we have for Seasonalander. It is a wonderful event that we do run very often, and just for the people that might be hopping in the call. In the call? My bad. In the chat. For the people that will be hopping in the chat, I just want to give one more quick shout out to Cash Out TF. If you want to cash out your Team Fortress 2 items, there's going to be a link in chat that you can click. Cashing out that will give you no extra expense. However, we'll donate 5% of those proceeds to the Trevor Project, our lovely charity for Seasonalander. We do have, obviously, another game after this, and we'll talk about them when we get there. But we've got notable faces all over this tournament, good friends of many years that, played Team Fortress 2 for as long as the game has been popular, as far as I'm concerned. Um, it's wonderful to see like this game still alive and pumping out content. It really is. It was last month I hit my 10-year anniversary of this game. Started in May of 2014. When did you start
yo.
playing Alexa?
Let's see. I started playing in. I could check my Steam profile real quick. I know I started playing the moment I created it, which was somewhere around 2015. So I'm around 9 years.
You're on the 9-year gap. It's interesting to see how many like how much of a definition this game has had on people's lives. It's truly heartwarming that even now, after some people's been playing this game even longer. I know Aggro's been playing for I think 2 million years now. Um, and
Might
it's
have been
nice
in
to see that
beta.
we
Who
all.
knows?
But yeah, no, it's nice to see that everyone's been keeping this community alive and making sure that we can run events like this. It is truly heartwarming. Got some more people in the chat as a little boost. Got ats going up here, there, and everywhere, and it's always nice. I am reading chat. Sometimes we can't comment on it, but it's very nice to see everyone's comments. The classic Araxa dinner moment.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
definitely an accent dinner moment, being half an hour late to whatever.
yeah, imagine if that's what you get named after in the
Uh,
comp TF2, the Araxa
uh,
paradox, eating dinner right before a scrim.
I mean, it is one way to get immortalized in the community. So
Yeah, true, true, true. There's certainly a lot of spots in maps that are immortalized after players, so maybe being maybe you'll be the first to be the guy who eats dinner right before scrim. Anyway, we are filling up slots very quickly now. I believe soon as Nuka joins a team, that will be 8.
yeah, it's looking like it's just the two people remaining who are loading in. So should be
Yes, yes,
starting any moment now.
absolutely. But I think we're in for an interesting game. Like I say, this map is very it's interesting because I think that this map is it's somehow choky without being choky. I don't know if that makes any sense to you,
Yeah, I haven't
but
seen this map much in action, but it does feel like a very dynamic map with dynamic, dynam, ooh.
oh wow. But no,
But yeah, it does feel
it
like there's going to be a lot of back and forth with holds and pushes here, since there are a bunch of ways to approach the point and also hold a point.
yes, yes, definitely, and I do think that there's every like area that you have to majorly walk through has some sort of wall, so that's why it might feel choky at times. But yet, when you get onto the point, it does feel quite open. There's a lot of cover for people to get to the point, and I can see there's definitely inspirations all around this map that you can see reflected in many other competitive Team Fortress 2 maps. Like I say, there's certain vibes of I want to say like Pro Plant here. especially with the shutters. But then, it's locked off where you might, get inspired by Warm Tick. And this map is quite an old map. Don't get me wrong. This map is quite an old map, so the inspirations might be going the opposite way than I'm referring to. But still, we might have a little bit of fun. Postgridley in chat, one of the participants in our tournament, running Dragon's Fury on the map was apparently quite fun, which is very, very fun. It's Dragon's Fury is underrated, man. People don't respect that item, and then
It
you two-shot
really
us
is.
out.
It's it can be very deadly, but I'm definitely gonna have to find a server that runs this map and try it out if it now is so great. Because
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm pretty sure
Dragon's
my
Fury,
server is running these maps now because Liz wanted some practice on them.
maybe.
Yeah, I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on for everyone in the stream. But yeah. So reminds you of Prout. True, actually.
Yeah, I can see a little bit of proof in this.
Yeah, I can definitely. Yeah, especially like how the two shacks above. Oh, not shacks, but like the fact that you can stand on a high ground near point. Very, very much.
Yeah, and the fact that there's like two ways to enter point
Yeah,
between
definitely.
the.
One thing I will say, and I don't know if you, as you've skimmed around the point, Araxa, have you seen? I've seen about 2 health packs.
Uh,
There's a little one
yeah,
like near point, and then a medium health pack in the sort of side shutter areas. But other than that, there is not a lot of health packs on this map. So a consideration I don't think I've thought of so far is the idea of sustain on on certain people. I do wonder. You didn't mention that it looks like Soldier's Heaven for a bunch of pogos, but I wonder if a conch might actually be the move here with the amount of sustain that isn't on the map.
I'm
You don't
thinking.
want to give too much pressure on your medic, so it is going to be
Yeah,
an
we might
actually
be seeing
interesting
a
map.
lot of reliance on the dispenser, especially with the ways you can set up on all these pieces of cover. Uh, it's gonna. It looks like snipers are gonna have the small pack health and ammo all to themselves, all the way in the back, since that's a pretty good sightline over the point.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a predetermined sniper position. Does that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We do have 9 players on either team now in the server, so I imagine it's only a matter of time before we do start. Before we do start, though, I'm going to be giving just one more quick round of all of the players that will be playing in this game. So, on red team for today, which I do believe are the Worm Warriors, we'll have Spiky Mikey, Oris, uh, oh, hang on, I need to consult the sheet. Pirateer,
uh,
yes, because they're being a little bit goofy with their name. Pirateer, Agragos, Grape, Nighty, I Supply, uh, Do the Ninja, and Farron's. And then on the side of 9 Ball, we have Chloe Mew, MDL, Aggro, Cockroach Jones, Eddie the Bear, Mr. Dispenser, Anorak, High GPS, and Popoy. 101. Sorry to say your name in full. And a big thank you and a big welcome to everyone who played in this event, coming to watch the VOD to see what we said about them. Hello to you in the future.
yeah. Depending on how everyone performs, we might see a few clips of some potential casters calling out their individual plays.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Definitely seen a lot of those in once each the usual events just end.
Yeah, and it's nice to see, especially yesterday's event with a lot of spy plays from yesterday as well, from both Raw and General Alias. I both saw that they had some very, very big pop off moments. It was very, very fun to see, and I wonder if we'll get some really cool plays as we go. And you won't be able to see this because only we have access to the STV chat. We did just get a console notification that we will be readying up soon. And as we are readying, let's get to map 1 of the lower bracket final. Worm Warriors versus 9Ball. Let's see how we go. Rolling out to mid now. Let's see who gets there first. Both teams are actually mirrored here. It looks like red team is going to be a lot more spaced out, whereas the team of 9-ball will be all together, potentially catching out Spiky Mikey here, playing super aggressive, just about escaping with his life.
Somehow survives. He runs headfirst into the entire blue team, while red seems to take a lot of space in the middle.
Yeah, early headshot from Great, and a backstab from Papoy. Going to be taking out both Eddie, Chloe, and MDL. It looks like this point might go in the side of... Oh, but Mr. Spencer coming in with a demo pick.
Cockroach Jones flanking behind red team. They could get some serious damage on the people remaining on the point.
Papoy will be caught out by the certified boogeyman, and but then will be cleaned up by Chloe Mew. It looks like this first point will go in the hands of 9-ball. However, the Worm Warriors are coming off the point now, and Ubering Eddie potentially got forced. Potentially a misclick. We don't know at the moment.
They do seem to secure the point, however, with this Uber.
Yeah,
as aggro looks to put a lot of pressure on the flank right there.
Yeah, looks like we're on the side 9-ball, just sort of running in here, trying to get as many picks as possible before an actual push. It doesn't look too confident at the moment, as Barons will be taking down the medic of Anorak.
Papoy does miss the stab on Ice Supply and Normo, so that could have been a huge trade there for both medics.
Definitely. We do have a Uber advantage now for the side of the Worm Warriors. We're going to see
Red should definitely be capping this for free, since Blue did practically wipe.
Definitely. Certified Boogeyman going to be taken out. Unfortunately, trying to get a sniper pick there, but a little bit too aggressive. Knight is setting up a bunch of buildings right now, and like I said, the dispenser will be very important on this map. There is not a lot of health, so getting these buildings up as fast as possible will be in the best of interest. As Eddie there will be winning Oryx TV and just about managed to aim their way out of it. Will they be able to get
Eddie the Bear holding down the entire flank right here, takes down the heavy and then...
Destroying 2 players! Spike Mikey will be cleaning them up though, as Ice Fly look for targets to heal, as the point is secured by the red side.
Farins does get caught out by aggro. Could potentially not get the sniper pick.
Yeah, looks like a very solid hold right now from the side of 9-ball. So we will be... Oh, 9-ballers. I just realized I've been saying it wrong this whole time. But yeah, sorry, 9-ballers. MDL's coming in for a bomb now, trying to get a pick on Ice Fly.
That is a Flock Pyro. That is a...
Flock Pyro will be taking out the medic of Anorak. He's certified boogeyman.
Oh, he's going. Oh, he's going in for more.
Down.
He's going in for more. He's popping those.
Still going. Hitting him.
He's going. He's going.
No, it's Papoy though. Might be able to still get Ice Supply though. Taking out the dispenser. Papoy will be caught out and might be going down here. Yep. Unfortunately, won't be able to stab on Ice Supply. 60 seconds left on the clock. You know, we got to make sure that the Worm Warriors. Sorry, we got to make sure that the 9-ballers, you know, get all good and ready today and get a push incoming.
Yeah,
it's not looking great.
Here, since they did all wipe through the Flood Pyro and the heavy combo at some point.
Yeah.
So they would need to think about where they push out. It does look like the combo does have the
dispenser as well, so this might be a good spot.
They are pushing out a red shutter, so they could be... Oh, red team does...
There comes in, tries to clean up everyone as much as they possibly can, but will fall down. It's quite unfortunately doesn't get the tab. Is popped and will be taking out as many people as humanly possible. Certified Boogeyman.
Anorak is running away.
Is alone.
Oh, Boogeyman's chasing with the floor.
Map is looking unfortunate for the side of the 9-ballers. It looks like round 1, unless a miracle play is taken out.
Oh, the crit creek, and it doesn't reach the point in time.
That's round 1 for the Worm Warriors. Getting up on the dirt. Nice to see definitely a different style of play there. I was actually a bit worried from the Worm Warriors as they first came out. It looked like everyone was really spread out on that mid, and the 9-ballers really all moved together. But it looks like that through the chaos, it actually came out quite clean, all things considered.
I was not expecting the Flog Pyro coming out this early with... they really took advantage of blue team being really
taking out aggro. Eddie Bear trying to get as much ground as possible, but will fall down to the shotgun of MDL. Mr. Dispenser also being cleaned up. Chloe trying her best on point to get any count time.
Whiffing the stab and getting sawed by Ice Supply. This could be a huge Uber advantage.
Oh, that is a sword in the save of Ice Supply. Ice Supply will be pumping the Uber. She's going to try her best to keep her team alive. Jones will be
Demo
taken
Pyro
out.
goes down. We could be. That is
Chloe
most
Mew-
of blue team's damage.
Chloe doing her best right now, just trying to get any pressure on point. Eddie the Bear as well. Just trying to form any pressure while this point's still in neutral state. We'll go in. The point will be going to the side of the Worm Warriors as Oris will be taking out the point. That's a lovely name to say, by the way. Point. Following up, Oris.
Uber comes out into choke.
Uber is popped in the choke on Eddie the Bear. We'll see now if he
Ice
can get
Supply
any...
left alone, completely surrounded, gets another soft.
But does manage to potentially get out. Yeah, she's out.
Ice Supply does. Holy shit.
And she's not done. She's not done. Oh, takes out the pyro of... takes out the pyro of aggro.
It regroups with Certified Boogeyman to keep building that Uber. They could have a crazy retake right here.
Now, during this chaos, Nine Balls did acquire the point. So that is some wonderful time here, as Great will be taking out Cockroach Jones with a clean headshot.
Oh, yeah, Medic does go down. Anorak.
Uber is popped from Ice Supply.
Flood Pyro comes out.
Boogeyman goes all crazy again. Thermal thrusting
Thermal
to anyone who
thrust.
wasn't caught in the original flaming frenzy.
What is happening with these Pyros loadouts?
Eddie the Bear will unfortunately fall as they try and defend the point once more. These Pyros, man. Chloe Mew gets a wonderful flank off as well. Taking out our sniper of Grape. We now just have the point in the hands of the Worm Warriors. Oh, we see a recontest on Cockroach Jones and Chloe Mew that will...
trapped by the by Agrestius.
Yeah. Chloe Mew will be cleaned up. Certified Boogeyman just spy checking, just having a little peek around, scoping around. It looks like the team of the Nine Ballers are going to try their best to regroup with Mr. Spencer. Oh, it just survives against the bomb of Oris.
Aggro's going to their spawn. Let's see if he can make a big play here. He's got the Thermal Thruster equipped, so he could bomb the medic from behind. That could be...
Absolutely, we're going to see some plays here as he comes out. He's got his sights set on two low health players of 90 and Agoros. So let's see if we can make anything happen here. 90.
He gets spotted and he gets taken down by 90.
An arrow reaching them just too late, unfortunately. Sticky Trap taking out Chloe Mew once more. It is very unfortunate.
He's getting very harassed by Spiky. He tries to eat in the middle of a firefight and gets taken down.
Sometimes you just need a delicious meal. Sometimes you just need a delicious meal.
Oh, Certified Boogeyman and Oris taking the flank here. They could make a huge play on the medic.
We'll have to see. Somebody be balling, taking out Agros. Chloe's trying to edge the point once more. Surviving on just 2 HP. Just 2. But sometimes that's all you need on Scout. Certified Boogeyman finding a flank.
He's going on Sniper.
Gonna be holding the W and M1 key.
Oh, and he surfs the rocket. Holy!
Surfs the rocket.
And he lives on a sliver.
Yeah, should be arrowed by Ice Supply any second now.
Hopefully that mini sentry
Baron's got an angle on both Aggro and Anorak. Take out Aggro.
Fritz tree coming
Fritz
out.
is popped. But unfortunately will be stabbed by Farons.
Ubert's by the show.
Ubert's fire then take it out with the stab. However, in the chaos of it all, Nine Ballers have taken the point. In the chaos of everything.
Aggro's jumping in with the Thermal Thruster.
Yeah. In the chaos of that all, some of the players such as Mr. Spencer and Chloe Mew were able to get on the point.
Anorak's left alone with Spiky. Oh, Spiky does take out the medic.
Will they live through the pyro though? No, he will not, unfortunately. But that is an Uber advantage. And Ice Supply knows that. She got that locked in her head. She knows what numbers do. Eddie Bear will be trying his best to defend the point and will just make it out on a sliver of health. Certified Boogeyman coming in once again for the big bomb!
He's going in, he's got the back further this time, he lives again somehow.
You know, the devil does exist in the Team Fortress universe, and it looks like Certified Boogeyman has taken a contract. The boy got an angle behind everyone at the moment. Might be able to go for a bit of a change up here. Does bump Spiky Mikey. Unfortunately, unless a 360 was performed, will not be getting the stab on Ice Supply. Farron's on the other side. Look to see an angle on somebody balling. Unfortunately, oh, might actually be able to get this. Yep, clean stab from Farron's there. Agros trying their best for I believe a bomb there.
Brave taking a lot of picks on the point as sniper, edge capping sniping.
Yeah, certified Boogeyman in once more with the Uber Pyro. By WM1. Who cares about a back burner? Let's just do the front burner. Jumping with the thermal thruster. I gave this weapon no respect when it came out, and yet I've been proven wrong time and time and again in this game. A certified Boogeyman will take out, I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe that was 5 people with a 6th incoming on aggro.
Who needs air blast?
Who needs air blast when you've got the back burner? Who needs back burning when you got front burning? There's gonna be 3 seconds on the clock for the Worm Warriors, taking another point for Captain the Flag. This is not Captain the Flag, this is King of the Hill. What am I talking about? I do believe this is best of 5, so we'll be getting potentially one more. We are on match point for the Worm Warriors, but and remember, it's all to play for. We have definitely seen the point be captured by the 9 ballers, so don't ever, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't think to yourself, oh, it's over now. Everyone's at that Highlander game where you gotta pull it back from the depths of nothing, as we do have another mirrored loadout. Mikey going for a more measured approach this time, not running directly into the enemy team. Although, to be fair, he has lived every time he's done it. Certified Boogeyman finding another angle, jumping out though. Very, very good pressure management, I really got to say, from the Certified Boogeyman. I love saying their full name so much, I cannot understate that. Popeye will be taken out by Spiky Mikey. Something I will mention as well, we did see Chloe get taken out by a few sticky traps from Agrastio, I've been saying them wrong. Oh, another Flood Pyro incoming, taking out the heavy, taking out the medic.
He's going in for more, he's jumping in on the
Thermal thrusting too, some and one-shotting them. This is through the fire and the flames, I would say.
I am thinking if this is all a manipulative scheme to get Nerf off of the flog to get on his actual loadout and perform just as well.
Oh, I do wonder.
Red does have a full Uber advantage here with the point taken, so this is going to be a very hard time to get the point back from Red.
Full stab from Farron, as we are thermal thrusting, getting around. The boy is on the point right now, looking for an angle, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to find anything. Bump Spiky Mikey, so they're definitely aware that someone's there. A 360 from Certified Boogeyman actually won't hit the boy at all. That's incredible. Horace will be taken down as well.
So will be coming out. Huntsman, potentially using the chokes off this map to their advantage.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Huntsman is in play. Boy did fall down. Unfortunately, a Razorback will necessitate the use of the pistol, as we've got aggro bombing in now, and unfortunately not picking up any kills. But Chloe Mew gonna try and follow up on any damage that aggro managed to do. MDL also spamming.
Blue does take control there, so we could see a force any second now from Iceberg.
Definitely. Yeah, and here it is. The Uber comes out.
The Ubered engineer, and then swoops to the heavy.
The engineer is engineer.
Take out the medic before
combo will be taking it up. Both normal.
Oh, Iceberg does get bombed by MDM.
And will be taken out, yes. So
looks like Boogeyman on the Dragon's Fury.
My Boogeyman on the Dragon's Fury. Still not finished holding WM1. The point will go to the 9 ballers, but Agrastios will, again, I've said your name differently every time differently. I apologize for that. But let me tell you, you're on the point and you're capping, and that's all that matters sometimes. Aggro will be thermal thrusting in order to defend the point and potentially recap and takes out Aggro and just managed to get Spiky Mikey with a flaming arrow! I didn't even notice!
Certified Boogeyman cleaning up the flank here with the Dragon's Fury.
Definitely. Oris has got an angle, another bomb angle, potentially. Got MBL right underneath them. As Certified Boogeyman going in front of the third. Oh, air shot by Cockroach Jones. But unfortunately, he's got an angle right onto Anorak.
Oh, Anorak is all alone. It's medic v medic, and then Iceplank gets Anorak.
Cleans up. There's 2 kills, and Cockroach Jones will be taken out by the heavier Normo. What a game. So the point now is in control of the Worm Warriors, and it's not looking brilliant with 30 seconds on the clock for the 9 ballers, but everything's still to play for.
Blue does need a big push here. Their timer's about to hit 20. They need to get moving, but
they've got respawn wave.
Players grouped up, so they could be a big struggle here.
Yeah. Eddie's in position for a push here, just needs their team. Unfortunately though, here it comes once again, Spiky Mikey and the Certified Boogeyman! Taking out almost everyone on the enemy team. Uber will be popped from Iceplank in the last potential seconds, just to ensure a back won't be capped. And there it is, the first map Ram Jam will be going on the side of the Worm Warriors. What a game!
What a game! These pyros.
Yeah, these pirate. I've got some yelling to do. Wow, this that was a game. I really did not expect the pyros to be such an important factor. And even though the certified boogeyman did indeed get a lot of the star spotlight, I gotta admit, aggro as well coming out in the response with the thermal thruster was amazing.
I think aggro has been hard running for Frost the entire game, and he has been making use of it. He has taken control of the point pretty regularly, so seeing
Yeah,
that as a bit of a mix-up bomber would be essential to keeping up with the pressure and coordination of Red Team.
yeah, what a game. Um, And I gotta say as well, we did see some interesting choices in that game, weapon wise, that we didn't necessarily get to comment on, but we did see. I believe it was Cockroach Jones running. No, no, sorry, not Cockroach Jones. It was. It was. Was it Cockroach Jones? Let me just double check. Hang on. Let me look.
The
Let me look at
demo
my logs.
man on blue
Yeah,
team, I think.
yeah. Agragas. Agra. Agracios. Is that what it is? Agracios? I'm really sorry, man.
Agrastios.
Gracias. Okay, I'll just say Gracias for now. Apologies for when you watch this VOD. But yeah, Gracias running, I believe, the Scottish Resistance. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yes, I did notice. He did
Yeah.
get a sticky kill or sticky trap on the blue shutter on Anorak, which was very unfortunate. I think they were
Yeah.
pushing out to make a big play, and then
Well,
gets
it was
completely denied.
well, it was when I noticed that it was Chloe kept getting caught out by sticky traps, and I was like, hang on, this is irregular. There's why would you sticky trap just for a scout?
This isn't a
And then I realized,
normal sticky icon. This is something else.
and then I realized 4D chess is being played as we
Yes, the
have traps
Scottish
everywhere.
resistance on that map in particular would have a lot of uses since there's a lot of choke points and a lot of cover. So there would be tiny little sections where the Scottish resistance would shine a lot. In
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's tournaments like this where people do try different strategies that you do get to see some really interesting plays like that, and I think that's what makes Seasonalander so interesting. That I don't believe that we in a high level Highlander tournament would see a weapon like the Scottish Resistance really used. So it's interesting to see when stuff like that comes out. Not to ignore the elephant in the room of the other unorthodox weapon combo that
yeah,
we've seen heavily, heavily
the
in Map
Flog
One.
Pyro with the Thermal
The
Thruster,
thermal
which
thruster
somehow
frog
is
pyro.
the top fragger on the enemy team.
I mean, how could you not top frag when you've got something I've got to really praise as well from the certified boogeyman. Something I've really got to. I'm only referring to them as in their full name, by the way. It's brilliant. But certified boogeyman. Something I've really got to like shout out as well is just like a real good understanding of like the amount of pressure they can put on. There was a lot of mid fights there where I noticed that they were hopping in, doing a bit of damage, and actually just hopping out, which you rarely see on pyros that like go for the WM1 strategy. You rarely see the sort of hop in, hop out play style, especially
Yeah.
unless it's a flare gun, of course.
We did definitely see that a lot more with the, or it was a lot more apparent when he swapped to Dragon's Fury, because then was a lot more of corner peeking like a soldier would, and just
Yeah, yeah,
slowly
definitely.
whittling down all the buildings, the heavy, the demo at some point.
And in response to the buildings, a fun fact, just in case people didn't know, the Dragon's Fury's bonus damage always acts on buildings. There is no, 'cause you can't set buildings on fire, obviously, but it always acts on buildings and has the piercing effect. So it's actually a really good sentry destroying tool in the right hands. Because I am preaching to the choir here. Arax has been a pyro main for many a years.
I
um,
know I think Pyro was the leading cause of my obsession with
Personality,
fire-related
yeah.
characters in games.
It's always good. It's always good. Um, So I gotta respect some other plays though, and it's hard to praise, not praise, but it's hard to show the value in other people's plays when they don't work. But the message is always there, and the intent is always there. And I've really got to shout out Chloe Mew, who was always constantly trying to get some cap time on the point. She's playing a damn heart out. I want to say, like, just trying to make sure that, because at the end of the day, the point cap, that's how you win the game. It's not always about frags. Sometimes you gotta, you know, hop, hip, and go up, down everywhere try and make sure that point is scouts, especially on the responsibility of scouts. I really got to shout out Chloe Mew there.
Yeah, I did also take notice to Summer edge capping a lot on Sniper, taking advantage
Yeah.
of the tiny little corridors that Blue did, or Red, someone, did group up in to get a foothold in the on the point capture time.
Yeah, both Summer and Grape actually, I've really got to shout out them because there's a lot of key picks that they had so often and so frequent that we couldn't even comment on them sometimes. I would literally just look up in the kill feed and be like, that person's dead. Awesome.
Ding, 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 ding.
Legitimately, yeah. Like, but yeah, onto the side of Eruption. Talk about Eruption for a little bit. We are now changing game modes, as should be obvious when we do get a visual of the map. This is a payload map that, if you haven't played it before, you might have played its Halloween version, as it was a popular Halloween map uh, either this or last year. I'm not
It
100% sure
was
when it was
the
added.
previous year, I think. It was a great map though. Has the asylum mechanic sort of underworld thing where you get stripped to melee and then you run through a little hospital that's procedurally generated somehow.
Oh, yes, I do remember that section now. But yes, but yeah, it's very interesting. Quick information of what you're seeing here. We're seeing Papoy and iSupply having a medic melee duel. iSupply showing a real spy skill, trick stab knowledge there by taking out Papoy there. That was basically a Highlander, uh, essentially a quick draw of sorts, which will be going into, I believe, a best of three. This battle will determine which side starts first. Oh, best of five. My bad. Is I don't know if I've just heard that in my ear or if you heard that on stream, but it is a best of five. As I Spy just demolishing Papoy. I'm sorry.
Using a
I did
lot of damage here.
I
It
didn't
could be the one pig difference from Nice Supply
yeah,
making
the
the
one
change.
ping difference.
The one pig.
The Netherlands advantage. But yeah, sorry. To explain what that was just so that they could pick which side starts on which, as some people do have a preference on starting on blue or red for payload. In payload in general, something that I would do want to know is payload naturally is a different mode to King of the Hill. Teams that have strengths on King of the Hill might be completely different on payload. I've certainly been part of teams, and when I was part of Arax's team for a short while, where the difference between people's ability on payload and King of the Hill can massively change. Because we always loved payload. But King of the Hill, I think we had more maps where we had to be like, okay, this needs a demo review, this needs a demo
Yeah,
review, this needs a
product
demo review.
is the bane of our existence, which is
I've
like
been
the fan favorite map on all of competitive TF2
I've
somehow.
yeah, I've been playing competitive Team Fortress 2 since 2017, and I still don't get product. To be honest, I still don't get product. Anyway, but yes. So as we jump into Eruption, we're gonna be. Looks like the Worm Warriors are gonna be starting on blue side, and the Nine Ballers will be starting on defense. Do you have something that Inferno asked in the lower brackets? Do you have a preference on whether you'd prefer to start on offense or defense in Highlander?
Absolutely on offense first in payloads because that kind of sets the
You like setting the tone?
yeah, it sets the stage for the enemy team. Like we can go at our own pace with that.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah. I think defending is quite nice. I've always liked defending on the first point. I think it's nice to see like, okay, we've got a very clear indicator of how long we have now, especially when the timer goes down. We're like, okay, we've got 1 minute left. Push right now.
Yeah.
We should be live in about 30 seconds. So we'll see when the game starts. But last thing I want to mention, as we do every map, this charity stream is in support of the Trevor Project, a suicide prevention hotline for the LGBT community. Happy Pride Month, everyone, by the way. And is sponsored by Cash Out TF. You want to cash out your Team Fortress 2 inventory? Well, during this event and a donation link in chat, you'll be able to cash out your Team Fortress 2 items with a 5% donation to the Trevor Project. We begin now
It
on
is looking
round
like we are
two.
recording.
Yes, we begin now on round two. of the Worm Warriors versus the Nine Ballers. So we will be able to have a quick look at any interesting loadouts on display here. Not to panic, not to panic. There's a flog in play. There is a flog.
Might be a flog in play. I
There
do
might be a
think
flog
he's
in
going to
play.
be a lot more shut down since the first off the sentry is a much bigger force on defense and also the heavy. Both of Pyro's hard counters, so we might see Certified Boogeyman take a big downfall in DPS and kills compared to last game where he was pretty much roam free.
Should you put all the stickies on the cart? That's not a bad idea, though we do know that something you do see, especially in lower divisions of Highlander or Fresh Meat, or honestly in any, a lot of people do hug the cart, so honestly just putting some spam on that is
very bold.
As we
Uber smiled the door
spy right out of the gate, an unexpected strategy, as Papoy just boogies in front of the door, and will be
Anorak leaving out with a sliver. Hopefully it doesn't get picked off here.
I'm not 100% sure what their strategy was, as Cockroach Jones will be taken out by Grape, as the team of the Worm Warriors will be popping their Uber in an attempt to take out the sentry gun.
Hopefully the intimidation factor from the Ubered spy at the door is enough to withstand the Ubered heavy spamming out the entire nest.
I'm not 100% sure what their strategy was. No one's trying their best to get as much ground as possible. I'm not 100% sure what that first strategy was. I assumed that they would have been so scared and, you know, taken aback by the spy's dance moves that they might have just killed by one.
We've got a teleporter camping here. We got the medic, pyro, and heavy.
Oh no! Oh no! No one take that teleporter. It doesn't look like anyone's available for it, so they will be destroying it. Probably the best idea.
Yeah, it does look like everyone is.
MDL taking out Orange TV. I think of them, my bad. As Grape will be taking out Boy. On the Classic, by the way. Both snipers are on the Classic.
Oh, Certified Boogeyman getting pinned to the ceiling by the sentry and the heavy.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Summer is trying to find an angle with the Classic, and so is Grape. It's looking like a Classic sniper duel. I didn't even mean to say a Classic sniper duel. I meant in the sense that it's a Classic. I didn't even mean to do the pun there. Cap time is really good right now. We're just starting right now. Not many kills on the board, as we only have. You will go down to Grape, though.
It does look like there's been like 1 or 2 team fights and it's over.
Uber
this point has been pretty notoriously hard to push so far by the previous teams in the tournament, so we'll see if Red can keep up the pressure here, but they do cap.
Yeah, dual Ubers came out, and it looks like that cap time's really being important there. Spiky Mikey will be taken out by this sentry gun.
Sub 2 minutes, this could be very disastrous for Red Team when they do swap to offense.
Mighty try their best to walk up here and try and get some damage done, or escape with their life. Spiky Mikey as well, also on 1 HP. Everyone on the side of the Worm Warriors is super low HP right now, so there's definitely an opportunity to just play heals.
Oh, Aggressdio's doing a lot of damage on the heavy combo. Oh, Certified Boogeyman jumping in! Does get the medic.
Not to panic, but I do believe Eddie... Yep, okay. Eddie was eating a sandwich during that fight and unfortunately will be taken out. Carl's got some time on it now, and Mr. got a sentry up. That's good. I actually like that. I actually like that quite a lot. Aggro is trying to fight Oris in the back. 1 HP, but it's got the air blast on their side, so it looks like they might, they'll be able to get out of there with their life.
Oh,
Lot
it does
of heart pressure. We'll take out Aggro there.
Now, Blue does have a full Uber out here, so they could keep the ball rolling and jump straight into with an Uber.
Yeah, this is looking really good for the Worm Warriors. Oh, Normal just surviving on 1 HP, being saved by Ice Uber. Taking the aggro from the sentry, will be taking out the sentry gun and the heavy of Eddie there. Maybe Anorak as well. Oh, 1 HP.
Oh, live by a sliver.
Yeah, maybe Farins will be able to take up the slack of the missing damage. Aggressios, jeez. Sorry.
It does look like Normal and Aggressios is holding down the choke here pretty significantly while the rest of their team is respawning.
Yeah, I do like the lock off of Blue Team here, as we just got our classic cart pushers of our scout of Spiky Mikey and our engineer of 90. Not to be forgotten, the classic sniper Grape. Taken down by a
Ooh,
sticky trap.
Rich tree coming out.
Taking out 90 as well. Huge kills coming out.
Normal and Ice Supply
on
wrapping
Anorak,
up behind
who
them.
will take them out. Unfortunately, unable to be defended. Anorak will be falling.
Some are getting jump scared by a has been turned into a corner.
Certified Boogeyman incoming. Cockroach Jones shredded to bits. It's looking like another push here. This looks to be a very, very hard push here.
This is a very strong push so far. We are moving into last, so we could see a turnaround here.
Yeah, Boyd got an angle though on Ice Supply. Could we see a little epic spy play here? Oh no, unfortunately no. Out by Mikey. We do have a sentry up now and a charging classic sniper rifle. Coming down with the melee. It's time to whack him with the Tribalman Shiv. Uber's coming in from Ice Supply as Normal will do their best to take out as many people as possible.
This might be it for Red.
As many people as possible.
There it goes.
At a time of 5 minutes and 2 seconds. On the side of the Worm Warriors.
That was a pretty oppressive push from blue team.
Yeah. Something I will say, the amount of strength from the Worm Warriors really shows, but I think there's a point on this map as well. When you're fighting a team that strong, there's areas of this map that are so hard to push, even against teams that are potentially, favored in positioning and damage. It's some of the areas of this map just seem to be really, really hard to push, and I think that might actually, we really need to see if how Worm Warriors are going to handle areas like that. It's entirely possible if you just keep that cart pushing for the 9-ballers to clutch this. So don't count them out yet, but it's looking like... well, it's currently not looking like an Uber spy.
Yeah, hopefully they don't waste the Ruber yet and get completely stomped out of spawn.
But we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. We'll see.
Yeah, they could come out with another Uber spy for the
Certified
intimidation.
Boogeyman is eyeballing. Somebody will be balling. We will see. Gate goes open. Papoy's going to try and get behind everyone. Nope. On yet. I like that. The Mr. Dispenser will be falling down to the classic, unfortunately. Certified Boogeyman is going to try and get some damage, but will be taken out by Clone. It's a revenge, I would say, for the amount of times the Certified Boogeyman has been able to jump onto the combo.
Grape getting a lot of big picks here on the classic.
Grape taking out someone again as the Ubers will be exchanged now. Ice Supply, Anorak, Cockroach Jones, and I believe that's 90 being Ubered, and Oris. Red team has got them all in a pinch.
It's looking like Red wins this exchange.
Absolutely.
Most of them living by a sliver.
2 HP.
They can regroup pretty effectively before MDL and Popoy take
Absolutely.
control.
Boys trying their best to get some tap time here. Cloymew also comes in, but unfortunately will be taken out by Scout Mikey. Aggro Boy and Aggro now on the
Cockroach.
I think it's an Aggro twice.
Normal.
Nomo's in a position now, potentially to get a lot of kills here. A lot of damage will be coming out.
Aggro
We just get the amount of Aggros. Oh, and they won't be able to, unfortunately, stop the cap there. That's very good. And it shows a sliver of hope for the 9-ballers. And it just shows that if you do get this cart rolling and enough people on it, you might be able to snowball this. Grape on fire, doing their best with the classic. Might be able to take someone out. Let's see how he goes. No, going for the melee on
Oh, he's going in. Oh, he almost gets hammer.
But it's okay.
But they do have around 3.5 minutes. If they get a foothold in the cave here before Red manages to set up, they could snowball this all the way to last pretty substantially.
Without a hint of copium, this is winnable. Without a hint of copium, this is winnable.
Certified Boogeyman, is that a flog again?
That Certified Boogeyman coming out with their signature flog. This is what I mean, by the way. They're actually so good at detecting when they need to back out of situations like this. 90 and Ice Supply trying to get something set up, but actually won't be able to, as the players of the 9-ballers will be flooding in, but then taken out by Normo. A really strong defense there.
Oh, Blue Medic dropping with 95. Certified Boogeyman does have that now, so let's see if he does pull something off here.
We need a really strong push here, or else it's not looking good. Before he's going to come in with a potential stab, but Sentry will go down, so instead we'll be looking for Grape, and we'll be getting the stab in a very clean
MDL
way.
jumping in, he gets the med drop.
MDL and Aggro both
MDL getting a
whip!
Holy!
Whip him into shape! Clomew's on the cart now as well, trying to get as much cap time as humanly possible. She's doing God's work, I'm going to tell you, God's work!
2.5 minutes remain. Red has wiped, so they could snowball this all the way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
last.
Karen's looking for an angle now, potentially on the car. A good pick here on a medic. Definitely, rings the bell that says, it's over. But we've got to keep pushing. We've got to keep trying. Somebody balling off the classic now realizes it in their mind that, you know what, we're locking in. Grape also switching off the classic as they realize the direness in the situation. Aggregat's jumping in.
Jumping in.
Aggregat's jumping in.
Big kill.
By
Oh,
Boogeyman
big
trying to-
damage from Agrostios. Gonna get triple.
Absolutely,
kill
finds
hard.
him well. Trying to get tricked now.
Blue is very close to wiping him. Oh, Amarak goes
Oh,
down.
great with the headshot on the blue medic.
I do still believe in blue team, however. They do
Listen,
1.5
it's
minutes.
Copium.
If they can get a strong push right here, then they can push this last easily.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thanks, Pally.
But we've got to have hope. That's all you got. Spiky Mikey will be taken out by Cloneu. That's one pick. 1 minute 18 on the clock.
Really pressured on the flank here by the entire blue combo.
Absolutely. Red team is so grouped up. Red team is so grouped up right now. A one Uber to take this out. Cloneu also getting the picks where it's needed.
Red team
That's
does
almost
have
in the
Uber,
mess.
however, so this could be pretty substantial.
Certified Boogeyman is above and starts
Oh,
W
he's
on
going
running.
in.
Will
Pyro
be taking
duel
out
here.
as many people as humanly possible. Will they escape with their lives? Yes, they will. Aggro Cockroach Jones. There's 1 minute left on the clock. There's 1 minute left on the clock. You need to get on that cart. Certified Boogeyman, Normo, Spiky Mikey, Ice Supply, and 90 all grouped up in a choke here, making sure that they
Blue
won't
can
be
get
able.
a crazy bomb here with their soldiers. Oh, Demo's going in.
Oh, Cockroach
doesn't
Jones
force, though.
unfortunately won't be able to land.
Very unfortunate bomb right there. That would have been an insane. That could have saved the game right there.
One last push from the side of the nine ballers.
BLD perform. Mr. Dispenser on the cart.
Taken out by Normo.
Ooh, Anorak does go down to the sentry. This could be the
Eddie
deal breaker
Nagro.
here. Blue
Eddie
has
Nagro on the
practically
cart
won.
now will be taken out by Farins.
Eddie the Bear running. He's he's booting in the corner.
Putting in the corner, potentially trying to form some sort of peace agreement, potentially going to round 3 through a sort of democratic system. But unfortunately, looks like the deal never went through, as our low bracket finals will go in the hands of the Worm Warriors. Well done, everyone. What a game. That one.
Yeah, that was.
I
That
got
was
to
a
admit,
big set.
I think we saw the Spy Uber and went, oh, they're throwing, it's not going to be close. And then, of course, every Seasonalander, it's so close.
It is always so close, but it does feel like there's a bit of an imbalance between these two teams here.
A
With
slight one, but there's certainly, a lot of effort being put on for both teams. And it is nice to see how close it can get at times. And especially the unorthodox strategies. You don't see demos and pyros play like this in a regular old comp. You get to see some
I
real
would
wacky
never.
stuff.
I dream when I can equip the flog in comp and with the
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
thermal thruster of all things and somehow frag out the entire team.
absolutely, absolutely. But it's yes, this game will go into the hands of the Worm Warriors. So congratulations, guys. Very well done. That will be our lower bracket finals, and next up will be upper bracket finals. So we'll see you when that happens. Any particular people you had your eye on that game, Araxa?
Definitely the certified boogeyman himself, Pirateer. Always interesting to see what he's up to. I was expecting a really standard Pyro plays from both sides here, but aggro full running from a thruster and then certified
Yeah,
boogeyman just
yeah.
jumping between primaries.
It's really fun. Am I correct in saying that we have interviews coming up potentially? Yep, Eddie and Arak. Oh, there we go. Yep. Are we
Oh, Jesus.
there we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Aniel. Hello. Everyone wait, hang on. Wait, who we got?
We've got
Actually Arak. Okay. Well done, everyone. It didn't necessarily go in your favor today, but I do want to say it is a a good effort to make a situation that looks dire that close. You guys, we were saying it in comms, and you'll hear it if you watch the VOD or anything like that. We not for a second did we ever say it was over. We were huffing some copium there. It was winnable from every second of that game. We would never give up on you, and it looks like you guys were never giving up too, and that's what you got to respect.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were going.
especially
We were having a good time. It was good. GG's to all.
yeah,
It
we
wa-
definitely
it-
saw the Ubered spy at the door.
I was gonna
Yeah,
ask you what you saw with the Uber
talk us,
spy.
yeah,
Look,
talk us through that one.
we
Right.
simple. We decided we had to do something funny, so we did.
I
So
agree.
we were looking at the situation. We were right. This team is like they're decently better than us. So we might as well just do something stupid. They're not gonna think, right? So
And
you
yet,
think you'd think at the very beginning of a game you'd have like an Ubered soldier or heavy, but no, spy taunting at the door,
no, I
and
agree.
it worked. They were confused. They wait and spawn for a minute.
Yeah, we
It
did have the
worked.
theory that it was an intimidation play. And
It
so
Oh, yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
was, and it
actually,
works.
it
So,
did
yeah,
work momentarily, and then
yeah, yeah. The
unfortunately the
theory,
Uber difference.
yeah, the
Yeah,
theory we had is that they'd see the taunting spy and get so confused they just drop Uber. That's I think that's what I would do personally.
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah. So obviously the games didn't necessarily go in your favor, but I do really want to reinforce that you really actually made it look so close at the end there, and there were certainly points in Ramjam where you guys had the point and you were looking damn solid. So you might have not won today, but you definitely put up a fight, and you got to be proud of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we absolutely are. Because
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that when I say this, I speak for the entire team. We had a lot of fun. We very much all just went in with the expectation of, hey, we're just gonna have fun, have a good time. This is for charity after all. And we very much did. I'm
Yeah, totally.
so glad that we all managed to put up such a good fight. And that we managed to make some good plays, some funny, some maybe not so good, maybe some open moments in there. But it was
We'll
a
have
great
to
time.
see.
it was great, crack. This
Yeah,
has been the
definitely.
most fun I've had with TF2 in about 4 months. I'd say 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, it's events like these that really make you sort of like come out your shell and take it like seriously, but not so much that like you get mad. And it's events like these, especially for it's because of a good cause that it all comes around and makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah.
So, from both of you, MDL, Ashley, I got 3 shout outs I want you to give each. I want you to give a shout out to one of your teammates, one of your opponents, and then just anyone involved in anyone you want as your last one. A sort of external shout out, if you will.
Ooh, that is honestly that's honestly a bit difficult because
I
at
imagine
least
it would be.
for our team, I don't know specifically who I would give the shout out to. I mean, it was just a fun time, but I'm just thinking if I had to give it to anyone, uh, hmm. I will have to think longer on that one. But for opponents, I know exactly who I'm going to shout at, and that is Agracios because we both know each other. We're both on the team for Fortress Face-Offs,
Of
and
course.
so we both went in with the expectation, hey, if we meet each other, we'll see what happens, and put up a good fight. Was fun.
Yeah, totally. No, I understand completely. Ashley, do you have an idea of who you'd shout out yet?
No. Not at all.
No, we saw some wonderful plays on both. Like I say, everyone put their heart and soul into that game, so it is hard to pick one person that you would shout out. So definitely, I suppose just shout out to the whole team
Yeah.
for the 9 ballers. Do you have anyone you'd specifically shout out for the Worm Warriors?
Oh, probably Spiky for the sole reason of that. Like, how to explain this? Every once in a while, I just see a green flame in the background, and then he's in front of me. Just he's far away 1 second, next second he's there, and it's terrifying. But the laugh I got out of it of him just appearing suddenly was great.
Oh yes, we did definitely see a lot of hyper aggressive plays from Spiky. Going back and forth, he did run in for a lot of very specific picks and somehow ran away with his life, living by a sliver. That was
Yeah.
very interesting to see.
So, any more shout outs you'd like to give just for anyone you'd like to give a shout out to? Doesn't necessarily need to be involved at the moment, but anyone we want to give a quick shout out to, or your thoughts on Seasonalander. Just
I mean,
the stage is yours.
if we're talking a shout out, there's like one singular shout out that I always have to go to, and that is shout out to Tilly's dad.
Yay!
Tilly's dad,
Yeah,
probably Tilly.
massive
Oh.
shout out.
Massive shout out to Tilly's dad. Anything else, Ashley?
I just want to say this has been like as a first comp experience for me. This was fucking great. Sorry, this was great. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's certainly a different experience, isn't it, to classic casual?
Yeah, I spent most of my time playing on like 2 Fort and stuff. So coming into this environment, it looked daunting at first, but it's been great crack. I've loved it so
Yeah.
much.
No, you should be proud of yourself. It's wonderful. We do have, I believe, if that's everything you'd like to say, we've got next interviews incoming. If there's anything you would like to say before we swap out our interviewees, here's your stage to do so.
Only thing left to say from my point of view is this was a ton of fun. I'm glad to have been part of Seasonalander once again. And yeah, good luck to the final teams.
Brilliant. Right. Well, thank you very much for your interviews. We'll be swapping out now to, I believe, let me just double check, iSupply and Farron's with a extremely fast switch out. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the live
Doing-
stage. Congratulations on winning your
Thank you.
games.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was lots of fun.
That was
Yeah.
good,
So, how was that? Did you?
I think
How was that for everyone?
It went
we were
really well.
just discussing. I think we were more focused, and maybe a bit more relaxed as well.
Yeah, the
And
first few matches we definitely had some trouble with who was like the main like caller, the person that like calls the shots. And there's a little bit of a mix between me and Nighty. The first few matches you definitely noticed like that sometimes we played a little away from each other, and the second like the matches we play now, I was calling a lot more like, hey, you need to get back to me, we need to play together, stuff like that.
Yeah. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys played your heart out. I've got to say it was. We'll say unorthodox strategies in some areas, but you can't say they don't work. You can't say they don't work.
Surprisingly effective a strategy.
I
That's
don't take accountability for anything my teammates have done.
sometimes you gotta surprise them.
Yeah. So hey, if they're not expecting it, is that not a strategy in itself?
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So we were asking about particular plays and strategies when we had our earlier interviewees. I don't necessarily want to focus on a particular strategy for this. What I more want to say is what is Pirateer on, and how do you play around that?
I honestly don't know. The Pirates is just doing their own thing, and it worked. So like, what do you do about it? It's like, okay, you do your own thing, and we'll just see what happens.
I'm not entirely sure about your own thing. I did see the Ubered Flog Pyro at the start of Ram Chat. Going
Well,
in
okay.
and clearing out the entire blue team.
So from my POV, I'm just hanging out, and then I hear, "Oh, I have Flog." I didn't know you were on Flog, but cool. It's like, "Oh, I have Flog. Do you just want to kill him?" I'm like, "Sure, let's go." And then that's how that happened.
Both pyros put God's work into their performance, and especially versus a pyro like aggro, Farron's. I've got to ask. That's got to be some tough times in that game. How did you play around that?
The only thing you can do is just wait for an opportunity. Kind of doing a predict more or less where he could go next, but it wasn't easy, I gotta say. If that doesn't work, I just go, you just go away from the pyro and try to catch someone else
Yeah.
and hope that he goes away from the main points where the group is.
Yeah, totally. So much like our previous interviewees, we're going to give you guys an opportunity to give some shout outs. So if either of you would like to shout out any particular members of your team, the stage is yours.
Shoutouts to my heavy. They were awesome. Shoutouts to Nighty, definitely. They did some really good calls. And I saw Tilly asking for it, so shoutouts to Tilly's dad, I guess.
Yep, shout out to Tilly's dad.
Shoutouts to Tilly's dad. You, Ferens?
I went to you because you definitely helped me. You gave me some good advices now for the second match, and I really appreciate that. Thanks for that. And I mean, overall, the whole team, it was a real pleasure to play with them. And let's say they have this good vibe and to it that makes things much more pleasant to do. And yeah, pretty much that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to shout out anyone from the enemy team?
Aggro was terrifying, like
Yeah.
usual.
Aggro,
um,
definitely. I gotta say aggro.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
He's got his time definitely. It's
Mm.
very scary, very scary opponent to go up against. And last but not least, is there anyone you'd like to shout out, just in general, that you'd like to talk about?
Mm. If I may,
Yes.
then.
Yeah, you
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead first.
No,
Go ahead.
you go ahead first. You go first.
Good. Thank you. I'll just go. I want to give a special shout out to my team on my project called Last Man Standing, which will hopefully be aired soon, 1-2 years, hopefully less. If you're not aware of it, I welcome you to visit my channel. And by that I mean we have people working on this. By that I mean animators, voice actors, etc. And they're all doing an amazing job. Another shout out to you guys, as I did it earlier, for the Seasonalander project and for what you guys do for the charity. And a special shout out to the charity people for doing what they do.
Yes. I've got to agree with that one.
Well, Rexer and I are just casters, but on the behalf of the people that do run Seasonalander, thank you very much. Yeah, very well done, guys, on third place. Very
Mhm.
good.
Thank
Take the bronze. But yeah, what a wonderful game it's been. We'll have to cut this a little bit
Mhm.
short just for the time's sake.
Worries.
That's fair.
So thank you very much for the interview, and hope that you'll
No
enjoy the rest
problem.
of the event.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for having us. And good luck for the next two teams.
Definitely, definitely.
Right.
All right. Say that again, sorry. Yep. So, as we are now going to be taking a short break, I'd like to introduce the next events that will be taking place. We're going to going to the upper bracket finals, as well as a giveaway. So join us shortly after the break, where we have a little giveaway. Anyone can win it. So stay in chat, keep typing, and keep donating. Invite links will be in chat as we continue on with the event. Remember, Cash Out TF, easy way to cash out your Team Fortress 2 items with a 5% of that money going to the Trevor Project, as well as donations that will be following in the stream. We will be reading them out shortly as soon as we are given the link to give a little read of our donations. But yeah, join us for the upper bracket finals after the break. I'll see you then.